Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, another cable TV network is shutting down in 2025. This one is a smaller, less known one, not quite as popular as the one we reported last time with Universal Kids shutting down, but it's part of a growing trend of small cable networks either shutting down or on the border of shutting down. We'll tell you everything that's happening here in a quick minute. Also, Disney Plus in the first quarter of 2025, we'll explain how Disney does their quarters in a little bit, but lost 700,000 subscribers. Hulu Plus Live TV remained flat, did not really add any subscribers, but streaming for Disney overall was once again profitable. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick second. First though, I'll put a link to each story we talk about in the show notes and in the first pinned comment, so you can read them for yourself, come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so they recommend our videos to more people, helping us grow and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. With that said, let's dive into it. Sport TV is a small Brazilian, network that's been offered here in the United States for some time. It's a sports-focused content, mostly Brazilian content, sports. It's been offered by a variety of cable and satellite companies in the United States, and now Spectrum has informed customers that it's shutting down on February 28th or later, and it'll be removed from their lineup. If you don't know this channel, you're not alone. It's one of those dozens of small, lesser-known cable networks. This one's at over 1,500 in the channel guide, so you know it's pretty far down, pretty high up in the packages you have to buy to get it. But they join a growing trend of small cable TV networks who are struggling to find a way forward, and in this case, shutting down. Universal Kids is also shutting down in early March, and we've heard rumors that many other cable companies are looking at what of their smaller, less successful cable TV networks should be shut down. I suspect we'll see probably a dozen or so small, lesser known, sometimes unknown, it seems like this one, cable networks will shut down this year. This comes as cable TV companies as a whole, it's being expected about 50 of them will go out of business or be merged or bought up by bigger competitors in 2025. As cord cutting grows, the need for these smaller channels are becoming less and less, driving people to ditch traditional cable television and go to streaming, and forcing these networks to shut down. We'll keep a close eye on it, but anybody here actually watch sport TV? Know of it? I got a feeling if you're not into Brazilian sports, you probably didn't. But that's probably the channels most likely to shut down this year, channels like that. All right, next up, Disney's first quarter 2025 earnings. Okay, let's explain real quick. Disney does a fiscal year calendar, not a calendar for their books, which means October, November, December are technically considered the first quarter of 2025. Is it confusing? You bet it. But Disney's first quarter 2025 numbers were out. They announced it, and they said 700,000 subscribers were lost on Disney Plus worldwide. This comes as they raise the price on their packages. Not surprising to see them lose subscribers in. Hulu Plus Live TV remained flat. I bet they lost a lot of people with the price hike, but overall remained flat. The revenue per subscriber grew to $99.22, up from $95.82. This comes as a price hike has helped that, but Disney says lower ad revenue is impacting them. This comes as the end of the political season resulted in fewer ads being purchased, driving down ad revenue in the fourth quarter. With that, across the board, not just on TV, but pretty much everywhere. Disney did, in our next story, up during the earnings call, Bob Iger talked a little bit about them ditching Venue Sports and buying 70% of Fubo in a joint venture. Now, with this, Disney's CEO Bob Iger said that their main goal is to make ESPN as widely available as possible. They still intend to launch sometime this year, probably, what they call a flagship, which is a streaming service to allow you to directly subscribe to ESPN and get ESPN content direct without needing to subscribe to anything else. And that he is very pleased with the growth of skinny bundles that we've seen from Comcast and DirectTV, and probably with more they hinted at coming soon. Now, they said that, that's one of the reasons why they went and did the merger with Fubo. It was kind of interesting. It felt like something they had to say. Remember, when they did this merger with Fubo, it was kind of buying off Fubo, right? Hey, you drop your lawsuit, allow us to launch Venue Sports, and we will just move on. While then, Venue Sports ended up not launching, and now they got the merger with Fubo. We'll see what happens. There is an out in that clause. Will they take it? Remember, the merger between Hulu Plus Live TV and Fubo has not happened yet. They're still working out the details on it. We'll keep a close eye on it and see what happens. But Disney kind of coming out and say, well, you know, we think it's making ESPN available as many places is as poor as possible. Will we soon see YouTube TV and Fubo and others offer smaller, skinnier, sports-only packages? I sure hope so. All right, next up, YouTube sees ad revenue jump to $10 billion amid election year growth. They reported a record-breaking $10 billion in the fourth quarter, $10.5 billion in the fourth quarter of 2024. This is heavily pushed as YouTube's, of course, viewership continues to grow. I know increasingly in our house, it's some of the stuff we watch most often in our house is YouTube content. But also as more and more people are spending money to buy ads on YouTube, with the political year spending driving a lot of that. Now, if you're like me, you're probably very happy that the political year is over and all those ads are gone. Who here was sick of them? I sure was. But that helped grow revenue from $9.2 billion the same period in 2023 to $10.5 billion in 2024. A huge jump for YouTube as they try to grow and become sustainable with that. All right, next story up. Today in TV history, Captain America hit the silver screen 81 years ago this week, becoming the first Marvel superhero to leave the comic books and hit the silver screen. So nowadays, excuse me, my cold is still very much fighting me. Nowadays, it feels like, we see Marvel movies every other week. It's hard to believe. There was a time where that wasn't the case. 81 years ago, though, Captain America was the first Marvel character to hit the silver screen, bringing Marvel movies to this silver screen. All right, next up. Verizon has a deal. If you're a Verizon customer, you can get Google's One AI platform. It's premium AI assistant at discounted with the Verizon My Plan and My Home. If you have their home internet, you can also apply to this to help you get a discounted price for Google's One premium cloud storage and AI assistant with that. So if you're a Verizon customer, you want to get 2 terabytes of online storage and get their premium, more powerful AI assistant, you can do that at a discounted rate with this deal. If you want to learn more about it, to see if you qualify and how to use it, check out the show notes. I'll put a link to the story there. But that's one of the deals of the day. All right, we were just talking about Disney and their skinny bundles to get ESPN to more places. Disney's been pushing that to get ESPN out to more places, while DirectTV is expanding its My Sports package. This is their sports-only package for a skinnier bundle than the full price of DirectTV Stream. Is now available in 187 more markets. Earlier, a few weeks ago, they launched it in just a handful of markets, then it came to more, and then once again, ahead of the Super Bowl, you'd be able to get it in a ton more markets, with over 300 in total markets now offering DirectTV Sports. I would say the vast majority of America can now get this bundle. Details in the show notes, but this is their skinnier sports-only bundle. No need to get things like the Disney Channel if you just want to watch ESPN. All right, and in our last story up, MeTV is launching the new Hanna-Barbera, the House of Hanna-Barbera, celebrating classic cartoons. This will be a new weekly block here, and a weekday time slot of 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Pacific, beginning Monday, February 17th. The block will also air regularly on Sunday afternoons, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern and Pacific, starting February 23rd. It'll be full of classic cartoons from Hanna-Barbera, and it will celebrate all things Hanna-Barbera with that. So check it out, link in the show notes if you want to find out. I said that was the last story. One more, if my voice will hold up. Verizon Fios is becoming a thing of the past. So is Verizon's 5G home internet. Verizon's rebranding all their home internet services under Verizon Home Internet. Very creative name there, but Verizon Fios and Verizon 5G home internet are now a thing of the past. Instead, they just have the new brand of Verizon Home Internet replacing it. Well, that's it. If you want to learn more about that story, link in the show notes. My voice is about had it. I feel a lot better, but my voice is still very raw. So hopefully tomorrow will be a lot better. I'll see you all again tomorrow for another Cord Cutting Today. If you like what we do here, I apologize about the voice, but please consider hitting that subscribe, hitting that thumbs up. We do videos like this every Monday through Friday. Take care. Be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.